been a good week. I know that I have sucked at recording as I promised, but like life just gets crazy. Like I can't, YouTube's not my full-time job, so I need to focus on life. But this is really important to me and I want to start documenting my journey. My last video, I talked about having health problems on the ketogenic diet, and I wanted to make a video today on why I am going to reattempt the ketogenic diet, what has been going on since I stopped my previous journey with the ketogenic diet, and what I can see going forward. So first things first, I'm recording on my phone today instead of my tripod. I got a new phone. It's the new Note 8 and it's amazing and has really good quality. So I felt like this would be a good phone to kind of like blog instead of going out and buying an expensive, more vlogging style camera, because I do have like a big camera, a Canon camera on a tripod. It's a Rebel. And so using the phone will be a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to compare kind of like the quality of the videos and see how I like them. If I feel like the quality is not really where I want it to be, then I will switch back to using my Canon. It's just a lot more convenient to use my cell phone, especially for when I'm, in the middle of making something or showing products or something that I use. It's just going to be more convenient for me to use my phone. So if the quality's not great or you guys don't like it, make sure you tell me in the comments and I'll switch back to the other Rebel. And so back to my journey. So my last video about how I felt about the ketogenic diet and what happened to me and how I ended up with a medical emergency. I've thought about it. It's been about 6 months since my incident. Since that 6 months, I have been strictly on a plant-based diet, and I have lost some weight, but not as much as I've really wanted to, just because I feel like personally my body does not do well on high-carb diets. I feel like I don't get enough satiety, and I'm not someone who overly can eat nuts all the time, because I do have a minor allergy to some nuts, especially like raw almonds and stuff. And if you're gonna live a plant-based diet, although you don't have to eat nuts, nuts can play a big factor in keeping satiety and getting enough protein and stuff. So I've been doing it. I've been pushing through it. I did feel good initially on a plant-based diet, but now I wasn't really feeling that great. I wasn't seeing the results in 6 months that I really wanted to see from being in a caloric deficit on plant-based. So I wanted to try to switch it up, and I've just really been thinking about keto and how well I did on it for the couple weeks that I did, I did on keto, and I really wanted to give it one more go. I see all the success stories and I see all the hate in the comments. What the heck? I had a bug on me. Freaking bug. Anyways. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I see all the success stories and everything online and how people feel on keto, and I just really like eating keto. I enjoyed that diet. I didn't feel like I was starving. I could go, hours upon hours without eating and not feel like I'm dying. Whereas on high carb diet, for me personally on high carb diet, I'm not saying that it's like that for everybody, but high carb plant-based diet, I never felt satisfied, and I would find myself, like hungry, but at my, calories for the day and not wanting to exceed them, or, I'd have a bad day and I just end up exceeding them because I didn't feel like I was getting enough out of that diet. So that is why I personally am changing. I'm not saying that everybody who does, plant-based diet is starving. No, there's people that have great success on them. It just does not work for me. So I wanted to switch things up, especially with it being almost the first of the year, and I really want to be able to meet more of my goals. So long story short, I'm going to really give keto a full gung-ho this time. I'm going to monitor my blood pressure. I'm going to monitor my heart rate. I'm going to get routine blood work done to see where I'm at. I'm going to buy a ketone blood meter. I have the pee strips, but honestly, from the research I've been doing, the pee strips are kind of just dumb unless you're first starting out on keto. Otherwise, if your body's using ketones and not really expelling them, then the pee strips, you could be in ketosis and the pee strips will tell you there's no ketones just because your body's using them up. So that'll be another segment. But I'm going to use a blood meter. I'm going to watch my electrolytes, 4,700 a day potassium, strictly. 310 as a woman for magnesium, and make sure I'm getting my sodium in. I mean, I got all this hate in the comments in my last video saying, "Oh, well, you must have had some sort of electrolyte imbalance, or you weren't following your macros right, or no, guys. Like, I researched keto for weeks before starting it. It wasn't something I just woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna try keto. No, like when I first found out about what a ketogenic diet is and what low carb is and what paleo and Atkins was, I did a ton of research to pick which one I thought I would do better at and what I thought would be a good fit for me. So it's pretty ridiculous just because I didn't make a 5-hour video on each piece of information that I learned about to tell me that I didn't know what I was doing or didn't know what I was talking about. No, that's not true. And, people can continue to say that and assume that, but it's just simply not true. I can't force you to believe something, but I can tell you repeatedly that I have done my research. I watch Dr. Berg every day, even without being keto for the 6 months that I was. I still am subscribed to Dr. Berg's channel. I think he's awesome. He gives you more information than you need as far as not only a high-fat lifestyle, high-fat, low-carb lifestyle, but just in general on body functions and stuff like that. So, the biggest one I recently watched was, on healing your adrenal glands and everything. So, I've done my research, guys. I mean, I can't tell you, and nobody can tell me for sure what happened to me when I was on the ketogenic diet last time. I can say that while I was making sure I was getting electrolytes, I wasn't, sitting out and mapping out, okay, am I definitely getting 310 a day in magnesium? Am I definitely getting 4,700 in potassium a day? But I was eating the same foods that I've started eating, and now again with tracking my nutrients very closely. And I can tell you that in my blood work, in my paperwork, when I had my incident, it did not show that I was deficient in potassium. It did not show that I was deficient in magnesium. And it did not show that, I had a low amount of sodium. It showed that I was a little bit dehydrated, but if you do blood work when you're in ketosis, it's going to show that. It skews blood work into looking like you're starving yourself. But no, it's because you're not living purely off of carbs, and you're not retaining all that water, and you're not, producing all that glucose. So it's a different animal that if a doctor looks at your blood work and you don't explain to him that, your body is running off of fat for fuel, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. So I'm going to give keto one more go. And as I said, I'm going to monitor very closely what my body does, how my body reacts, and make sure that I'm getting those specific nutrients in that I need on the dot every single day. And you know what? If I experience heart problems again, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to be completely done with keto, and I will know that I gave keto 100% the shot, and that I did everything right this time, and I will document it so no one can come in the comments and be like, oh, you didn't have your macros, you didn't have your nutrients, so that's not going to be able to happen this time. It's going to be all on film. So if I have a bad reaction to being keto again and being low carb and ending up with an excessive heart rate, even making sure I get my potassium and my magnesium that I need in a day, as well as, other trace minerals. I even, bought B vitamins. I'm making sure that I'm getting, B1, B12, B5 in, I'm on day 3 of giving keto a try again. I'm losing my water weight. I'm down about 4 pounds, and I'm going to give it a good documented try again. And if it works for me, then wonderful. I feel like I can meet my weight goals that I need on keto. If it doesn't, then I know that I did everything in my power to make the ketogenic diet work for me. And I'll know at that time that, the ketogenic diet is definitely not for everyone. And nobody can give me any crap about it. So stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos, as I said, on my phone. It's going to make it easier for me to just get them done. And, I hope everybody supports me in my decision, and I'm going to do everything I can to make this work for me and to meet my weight goals this year with the turning of the holidays. So thanks for watching. If you want to follow my journey, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please like and give me a comment. Give me some support, guys. Help support me on my journey. And let's see if I can finally kick the rest of this baby weight. I'll see you guys next time.